Hello, 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 hello again. Your friendly neighborhood emergency manager here. And I guess yesterday I didn't even realize that my mic was not working. So if you were on a yesterday's live stream, the microphone, it was still good. It was still good. We was still able to cover some stuff. Hi, TF. It's always good to see you here. So we have nice. Let's gonna wait for some people to roll in. So we do have press conference that we are getting ready for. They are right now just setting up and everything. So I think the press conference is actually in 30 minutes, and we can watch couple videos in between. I really wanted to show some stuff because they have they have already they have already released some of the names of victims, and I was watching it and I was just so sad. I don't know if I can uh, I don't know if I can show this to you again, but they are there's a minute by minute breakdown of fatal DC plane crash, which one of the videos that I really did wanted to watch with you, and it's about a minute 30. So let's see. Let's get this up here. Deb! Hi, Deb. It's good to see you here. Yeah, we have a little different angle right now. I'm trying out something different. So, if it's too disturbing, please mute it if you like.
A deadly midair collision over Washington, D.C. sent an American Airlines jet and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter plunging into the icy Potomac River. The crash happened just before 8:49 p.m. as the plane was approaching Reagan National Airport for landing. Here's a breakdown of the moments leading up to the disaster. 5:18 p.m. American Airlines Flight 5342, a CRJ 700, departs from Wichita, Kansas, bound for Washington, D.C. 8:39 and 40 seconds, an Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter takes off from Fort Belvoir, Virginia, with 3 people on board, flying up the Potomac River. 8:40 p.m. The passenger jet begins its final approach to Reagan National's runway 33 from the south. 8:48 and 38 seconds. Air traffic control radios the helicopter, asking if they see the CRJ. The pilot confirms visual contact and requests visual separation, indicating an effort to adjust flight path. 8:48 and 48 seconds. The 2 aircraft collide at about 300 feet. The jet was traveling at approximately 145 miles per hour. 8:48 and 56 seconds. Air traffic controllers react in real time, with one heard asking, "Did you see that?" The collision sent both aircraft into the Potomac. All 67 people on board the jet are now believed to be dead. Investigators are examining the crash timeline, including whether communication issues played a role in the
Yeah, great. We
disaster.
haven't.
For more stories just like these, be sure to subscribe.
Okay, so we have some connectivity issues again. Plus, there's rain outside, and the area where I live, it's not the greatest connection, and I'm still fighting with AT&T and try to make sure I'm even directly plugged into the internet, but it's okay. We always have some kind of mishaps here and there. So this one right here is a flight simulator, shows what flying into, yeah, right? Darn Xfinity. Seriously, it's sometimes the connection is just perfect, right? It's there's no hiccups or anything, and then just all of the sudden it decided to drop off. Okay, so this video I really wanted to watch. It's about like the flight simulator shows what flying into Reagan National at night looks like, so we can get a little bit of an idea what the vision, how limited the vision is at night.
Aaron Murphy. He's a commercial pilot. He's also a flight instructor. He has logged hundreds of hours in flight simulators like the one that we are in right now. And what he's doing is he's put up on the simulation, this is what the approach to Reagan Airport would actually look like. Now, this is not a CRJ 700, it's a 737, but it gives you an idea of what these pilots would be, or any pilot for that matter, would be looking at on approach to Reagan, correct?
That's correct. So as you can see out the window right now, the only way you know there's a river beneath us is because of what we call a black hole. There is no definition. There are no lights. We know there's a bridge going across the river just ahead of us here, and that's how we know that's water. And of course, you know the area flying in here as a pilot, you would recognize, you would know already that is a river. But that's what it looks like at night.
When you're training these pilots on approach, what?
Oh, one other thing. So this is actually, there's some lights, fairly dark, and then they actually, kind of, I see the flying into it. But I was watching this other video, and this other video, it shows different angle of collision, and then you can tell, obviously, their airplane was descending, and you can tell that it just kind of came in like right on top of the helicopter. So they weren't, as you can see in this photo, or this freeze, they cannot see what's below them. The only thing they see is like what's in front of them, right? But it seems like the airplane, I'll show the video clip later too, but it seems like the airplane went right on top of the helicopter. So, and I'm sure this something will come out in a report as well. Hey, free sandwich. I'm wearing my Hawaiian shirt today. My Kauai Operation Pono, the K9 operation that happened in Hawaii. Okay, let's continue on with this one.
What are some of the things that you specifically are telling them to look out for?
Number one, other traffic, which unfortunately is a situation that just happened yesterday. Looking out the window right now, for example, you see how the lights have a bit of a twinkling effect? A lot of that can camouflage other aircraft, the lights within that carpeting of lights. It can be very difficult to see other moving vehicles. And not only that, but then you have moving vehicles on the roadways in the lights.
Oh, great. AT&T. Okay, so we're going to stop. We're going to stop streaming on Twitch. Maybe that will help us. So Twitch users, if you are watching on Twitch, I know there's one. Just jump over to YouTube. Jump over to YouTube, and then or X. I'm also streaming on X. So jump over. It's causing my bandwidth to go down. There you go. Come on. There you go.
Now, I'm here with Aaron Murphy. He's a commercial pilot. He's also a flight instructor. He has logged hundreds of hours in flight simulators like the one that we are in right now. And what he's doing is he's put up on the simulation.
Oh, great. Okay, let's get this fixed up really fast. Let's reload it. Just gonna reload everything.
I'm here with Aaron Murphy.
We just gotta reload everything. Technical difficulties. Stuff happens.
That's water. And of course, you know the area flying in here as a pilot, you would recognize, you would know already that is a river. But that's what it looks like at night.
When you're training these pilots on approach.
I don't know if this stream is going to be happening today. Come on, internet. Come on. I know it's raining outside. I know it's raining. It's not that hard. I don't have a lot of tabs open. Come on. It's all right. Right? It decided to take a break on us completely.
I'm here with Aaron.
All right, so it looks like it's loading some stuff because I do have the other conference up as well. All right, this should be starting in about 20 minutes. This should be starting in about 20 minutes. Maybe little hamsters. I know, right? Let's feed them. Do you guys want some tea? Little hamsters want some tea? It's all good. We'll get this. That's why I started before the presser began. So we can get all of the glitches hashed out and making sure that we have everything GTG. Everything good to go. Bear with me here. Little has matters. I have a pocket right here behind me, like always. Pocket, say hi. Oh, baby, I'm sleepyhead. All right. And Hazmat is over there. And Sunflower was behind me. Tea sounds good on a snowy day. Yeah, it's, we have a rainy day today. Owl on the prowl. Hey, I hope you're not driving back right now. So we had a rainy day, and then so I decided to drink some green tea. Nice, not listening and driving. Well, that's good. That's good news. Yeah, Paki got a trim. Paka, come here. Show your haircut. Paki got a little trim around her ears. It was just getting a little long, and then she just needed a little trim. Right, baby? She's adorbs. Okay. Let's get this party going.
I'm here with Aaron.
Unfortunately, it's a situation that just happened yesterday. Looking out the window right now, for example, you see how the lights have a...
No, we don't see how the lights are going. No worries, people. It will happen. It will happen. I'm actually like super curious to watch this video. I haven't even watched it. I did post it in Discord. Yeah. And then I also posted... Oh, so that's another thing. About 24 hours before all of this happened, about like 24 hours and 40 minutes to be exact, there was another almost collision happen around the same area involving a Black Hawk and the airplane, because they're saying that air traffic is so congested there, and with helicopters and everything, and like all the planes that are coming in, because the airspace around that airport is so constricted due to, they had to do some kind of crazy maneuvers to even fly into the airport. And so they reported it, there was almost another collision 24 hours beforehand this happened. And I'm not blaming anyone for this incident. We're just getting the facts right now. And then listening to NTSB.
I'm here with Aaron Murphy. He's a...
Yeah, I know you're here with Aaron Murphy, but can we skip it ahead, Aaron Murphy, so I can actually see what it looks like out of a cockpit on a simulator, Aaron Murphy? But wow, okay. Let's we want to try this again? Okay, let's try this again.
Telling them to look out for.
Number one, other traffic, which unfortunately is a situation that just happened yesterday. Looking out the window right now, for example, you see how the lights have a bit of a twinkling effect? A lot of that can camouflage other aircraft, the lights within that carpeting of lights. It can be very difficult to see other moving vehicles. And not only that, but then you have moving vehicles on the roadways in the lights.
And so very difficult, obviously, to see something like a Black Hawk helicopter.
100%, yes. It would be very difficult to see an aircraft like that. This airport is a known hotspot in aviation.
Wow.
So coming into Reagan,
Like you can't even see
number one is
anything.
traffic.
Just
Even though you brief it and you discuss it and you're ready and you've got it sorted out, this is a perfect example of how sometimes things just unfold in a way that you really don't expect.
Even with experienced pilots?
Yes, and if you listen to some of the reports that CNN has done with some other very famous pilots that we have,
yeah. How about
they have said that they've been into this airport many, many times with helicopters flying underneath them. So it's a standard procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Something was different last night. Something happened that was different enough to bring the airplanes together. The aircraft came together.
Whenever there's an air traffic
wait? Hold
tragedy,
on. The presser I'm
lessons are
watching.
learned.
There still looks
I'm
like they're
wondering if you
getting
think what lessons
ready. Oh
might
wait.
be learned
Yep.
this time.
Okay,
This is
you're
a
right.
procedural.
Okay, so the press conference is starting. Okay. Oh, wow. I guess we missed a whole bunch of press conference. It's all right. It's okay. Oh, wait, hold on a second. The stream one day ago, I got a bad link. All right, live starting. Yes, share this tab. There you go. Let's rewind it a little bit. Interesting. It's all right. We're going to be a little behind than everybody else, and it's quite all right with that. I'm definitely closing out this other tab. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, come on. There you go. So you're going to start talking?
Hello, I'm Todd Inman. I'm the board member on scene. We'll be briefing tonight where we're at in the investigation.
Let me find another.
CRJ accident with the Sikorsky helicopter. Let me just start with it. As usual, our hearts go out to all the families.
Hold on. Yeah, let me. This is a bad stream. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, we're going to do the other one. The sound on this one was terrible. Of course. Of course. It doesn't want to work with me today. I'm going to rewind that just a little bit. There you go. Yep, definitely doesn't want to work with me today. It's all right. It's all right. We're here to just hanging out, just waiting for Xana's internet to be loading. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just waiting for crap to load.
Tonight where we're at in the investigation in regard to
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some more. All right. Well, this is not working out.
CRJ accident with the Sikorsky helicopter.
Oh my God. Seriously? Yes, I'm about to scream at this
Let me
stupid
just
TV.
start with it. As usual, our hearts go out to all the families of the victims. In fact, I just spent the last several hours with them.
Got me all
here, and I apologize that we had to move this back.
Warmed up.
But they are one of our primary concerns, along with making sure we get factual information out. They are having it's a hard time for them, obviously. And we want to do everything we can to make sure they get the most accurate information and factual and has always been at the core of the NTSB mission. Our job is to just come out with the probable cause, but then more importantly, make recommendations so that this type of tragedy never occurs again. So today, I know yesterday you saw the chairman, myself, and all the board members here. I just want to let you know they are still actively involved with this. We're just trying to make sure we're dividing and conquering. The chairman and I have had multiple conversations today. She's helped out a lot in making sure we're getting the investigative needs we have. She's at the command post right now, working with some of our people. I'd like to start by just thanking the first responders. When this first happened, a unified command was set up, and we had a lot of important people that came and worked with us. In Virginia, the Fairfax County Fire and Rescue, Fairfax County Fire and Rescue Department, Arlington County Fire and Rescue, Arlington County Emergency Management, Arlington Police, Alexandria City Fire, Alexandria Police, Virginia State Police, the NCR Incident Management Team, the Virginia Department of Emergency Management, the Virginia Department of Transportation, the Virginia Senator Warner's office, MWA's Fire and Rescue Team, MWA Police. A special shout out to every one of them. MWA has been amazing in helping and working with us, and we're truly appreciative. Along with DC Fire and Rescue, just extraordinary, taking the lead. Prince William Fire and Rescue. In Maryland, the Montgomery Fire and Rescue, Prince George's Fire and Rescue, Charles County Fire and Rescue, Baltimore Fire, Baltimore Police, Anne Arundel Fire Department, Maryland State Police, Maryland Natural Resource Police, MPD, DCFD, and from the federal side, the U.S. Coast Guard, U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force, FBI, Secret Service, Customs and Border Patrol, Park Police, BOD, Naval District Washington, American Medical Response, and yes, the U.S. Department of Labor. All of those have been amazing partners and are one of the reasons why that this investigation continues to progress the way we want it to. As I said, we did family briefings last night, and today there are over 100 family members that are now in the area receiving briefings, and as part of a legislative requirement, receiving family assistance. They have been briefed by the medical examiner, the fire chief, NTSB chairman, and myself, along with the family assistant unit from PSA Airlines. In regard to NTSB staff, all staff are now on scene that have been requested. And I want to point out one specific staff member because we're doing a joint NTSB and DOD investigation. The NTSB actually has a Black Hawk certified pilot on staff, on our personal staff, based out of Alaska.
Nice.
Once we realized the
I heard
dynamics
about
and the
that one.
intricacies of the Black Hawk, we have brought that member in. They are on scene now, providing direct technical assistance to the NTSB. Now, it does not mean that the DOD is not working and helping with us, but in order to maintain our independence, we have our own Black Hawk certified pilot in the working group for helicopters. Regarding salvage at this point, the Navy Supervisor of Salvage is conducting salvage operations at the current time. Barges are en route from Virginia Beach, and we anticipate them to be on scene early tomorrow morning. After their arrival, they will be secured and located, and then significant salvage operations will continue. They are ongoing right now, but this will be the main lifting. It's being done in conjunction with the DC Medical Examiner's Office in order to make sure simultaneously that any additional victims are recovered and immediately turned over to them for identification and returned to their families. SUPSAL, which is the Supervisor of Salvage, is also conducting a debris mapping right now. This will help in our post-accident analysis of how the machine actually reacted to the incident. It'll also help us with understanding some of the airworthiness and crashworthiness and human factors. We have right now two distinct debris fields. One that houses the Sikorsky, which is in comparison to the CRJ, a little bit smaller. The CRJ is in another distinct area, and we consider a little bit larger. The good news is, based upon the initial mapping, while there are some small aspects of that debris field, there are large chunks that will be easily recoverable, and it will aid in the investigation when we bring it into the secured facility that will be located here on MWA. That will help us in the close proximity to be able to review and evaluate. Yesterday, we outlined for you a number of groups that have been stood up. A few of them in particular I want to call out, although every one of them have been working very hard. For your edification, the ATC group, Air Traffic Control, has been conducting interviews today. They're
Nice.
ongoing tonight. They will be ongoing for probably the next few days. We've had full cooperation in getting the witnesses that we need to gain those interviews. We will then take that information and match it with other data that we're receiving, and if necessary, conduct follow-up interviews at a later time. Our operations group now has on site an exemplar airplane similar to the CRJ 700. It's on a hard stand here at MWA. They will use that to evaluate cockpit configuration, seating, things like that. So whenever the salvage comes up, we're able to use an exemplary aircraft to match it against examples such as where maybe switches are.
Oh my God, they're gonna put their
communication
whole
aids,
aircraft
electronics.
together.
It
I've
is
seen them
almost the
do that
exact
before.
same
It's so
configuration
cool.
as the incident aircraft. I want to clarify one thing. There's been a lot of questions and discussion regarding manifest. Let me make this very clear. The NTSB will not and has not released a manifest. We have not in our history, not in our past. We will not be in this accident. In fact, there's specific congressional language that whenever it is in our possession, it is not available through the Freedom of Information Act. It will not be included in our report. We will not be putting any names of any of the victims. Any release of that information will come from other individuals or groups. Regarding the recorders, as many of you saw last night, we recovered from the CRJ 2 separate recorders. One was a FDFR, that is a flight data recorder. FD. That was actually in what we consider good condition. As part of that process, it was soaked in alcohol overnight. It was then opened today, and we have a high level of confidence that we will be able to get a full download in the very near future. Now, once we do have that download, we will not be releasing immediately the information regarding it. We will have to go through, correct the data sets, make sure they're synchronized. This has approximately up to possibly 2,000 data points. Is that right, Bryce? So all of that has to be synchronized and looked at. It's a very laborious practice. It takes a lot of time. Regarding the CRJ's cockpit voice recorder, once it was recovered and opened, we found that it had water intrusion. That is
That's
not
not good.
uncommon.
That's not
It is
good
not
though.
an unusual event for us to receive a recorder with water intrusion. We deal with that all the time. Our recorder division is one of the best in the country, in the world actually. We have recorders sent everywhere, so there's a step. The CVR was soaked overnight in ionized water, at which point the team put the CVR into a vacuum oven in order to extract moisture. They are still checking electrical connections to determine if they're ready to try a download. It is one step of many steps that we will take in order to get that data, but we have a very high level of confidence that we will have it. We just have to work through a number of steps. Lastly, on recorders, the Sikorsky, where the CRJ has 2 separate recorders, the Sikorsky has a combined cockpit voice recorder and digital flight data receipt recorder. It's in one box. I can report to you now, we have recovered the Sikorsky black box. It is safely at the NTSB headquarters. It will begin an evaluation, just as the other 2 recorders did last night, to determine when and how to take action. I can tell you from a visual inspection, we saw no exterior damage that would indicate that it was compromised at this time. So we have a high level of confidence that we will be able to have a full extraction from that as well. Those are some of the significant updates we have right now. Obviously, we'll be doing some more in the essence of time and making sure our team gets back. I think we're going to be able to take maybe 4 or 5 questions. I'll call on you and I'll repeat it. So we'll try to play that game a little bit, please. Right here.
Thank you very much.
Your name and outlet, please.
Jonathan Kersley from Channel 9 Australia. Captain Sully Summers was one of the heroes of the incident on the Hudson. Said that he said we absolutely should be reviewing airspace, not just here, but in other places where there's a complex mix of traffic. Is he right? Is there time for a permanent shift in DC and across the country to keep airspace safe and separate it from military and civilian?
So the question for those watching, is it this time now for us to possibly deconflict or change some of the airspace where military aircraft operate with commercial aircraft. I can't give you a definitive answer on that. What I can say is in this incident, it should not have happened. We have in aviation what's called a Swiss cheese approach, wherein if something fails, a backup should catch it. Multiple layers of redundancy. It's been a very long time since we've had a major aviation incident in the United States, and that's the reason why it's one of the safest forms of transportation in the country. But the only way they do that is by investigating what happens now and then making recommendations in the future. Again, the NTSB has done 100,000 aviation investigations. We've issued 15,000 recommendations. Over 84% have been accepted. Once this investigative report comes out, we will be advocating probably for years for changes that need to be made, but we'll not speculate on what needs to be done until we have the facts. Hey, I'll call on people. Sorry.
hey, I'm calling on people. Yeah, take charge.
I think that was 3 or 4 together. How long the debris will take, how long we'll be on site, and have we gotten any information off of the air traffic control tapes? The debris, we are hopeful once the mapping is done, that it will be done in what I will call quick order. I can make no guarantees of that because first and foremost, we need to make every effort and to make sure we're recovering every one of the people that perished in this accident. We'll have some cranes that'll be coming up, and once that happens, you'll see a lot more activity, and we'll be moving that in. But I don't want to give you
those are the CIA spy cranes.
Probably on Sunday.
I'm gonna do a live about it.
And some of that's contingent upon weather and other things. Regarding the ATC tapes.
Yeah, they use those during the bridge collapse.
A lot of different information on ATC.
Spy
so
cranes.
I'm just going to preempt it. Off-the-shelf software programs are not always as accurate as the data we specifically get from NTSB, from the black boxes. All of that are factors that come into our investigation. So we will not speculate about ATC tapes that you may have heard and seen online or snippets. We are getting the full cooperation that we need to be able to make an accurate assessment and to make sure what we are saying is factual and that it will help and aid in the entire investigation. Chief?
Is there anything glaring from the videos that we've all seen that will tell you that the pilot in the Black Hawk helicopter made a mistake?
The question is, based on the videos, have we drawn any conclusions? We have not. We know that there was a significant incident in which the 2 aircraft collided, a pretty significant fireball. If you will recall, even after the first day, we only had maybe 1 or 2 grainy images that were coming out. We're seeing more and more at this time. So we're still collecting data, but we are not going to opine until we see a lot of other things in there. A couple more? Yes, sir.
How critical is it to interview the controller in the tower can? And how concerning is it to you the reports that controller is working 2 positions at the same time?
So the question was, how critical are the air traffic control interviews and basically staffing? So air traffic control interviews are critical. That's the reason why there's a process in place. That began immediately after the accident. It was preservation of that evidence. It was immediately taking down notes, getting logs, all that information. We will go back and look at any air traffic controller that was involved in this. We'll go back and look at their past probably 72 hours, even 2 or 3 weeks. We'll look at their training, their hiring, everything, what they probably ate that day. But it is not one point that tells us everything. It's layered into a lot of other information that's very critical. Regarding staffing, the FAA has had a very robust plan in looking at staffing. Obviously, we'll be looking at not only staffing that day, but progressively staffing. How many people, what job functions they were doing? Were they being combined? Were they not? What was the weather outside? What was the number of landings? I recall back during COVID, 1 runway was being used. Runway 1, that was the only one. 33, as traffic came back, started being opened up. So we would look at changes in traffic patterns, construction at the airport, all of that. It all paints a very big picture. Who are you? Sorry. The question is, have we interviewed air traffic controllers? Yes. I think I started with. Sorry.
Yes, I did.
I'm sorry, clarification. Was it an air traffic controller that was working at the time of the accident? Yes. Yes. Now, I'm not going to speculate. Sorry. Nope. Sorry.
Oh, I like this guy. I like this guy.
The next question is, was there 1, 2, 3? I don't have the answer to that right now. I know that the controller that was working at the time has been interviewed and is Interviews are ongoing throughout the day. Yes, ma'am. Last one. The question is anyone from the White House reached out to me or other board members? I won't speak for other board members. I know that the chair did a briefing yesterday. It was publicly discussed and gave some information. I have not received any contact. I'm going to go back to something we talked about earlier. NTSB is an independent bipartisan board, 58 years as the gold standard. Our job is to find the facts, but more importantly, our job is to make sure this tragedy doesn't happen again, regardless of what anyone may be saying. Our investigators never want to see this happen again, and I never want to have to go back and brief another set of family like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Nice, nice. So I guess it was it confirmed though that the helicopter was flying above 200 feet, or was it not confirmed, or is it? I haven't particularly like seen the confirmation of that yet, but I guess we're gonna have to wait till the report comes out. So, you know what? Okay, spy crane. I was talking about the spy crane, and this is really really interesting. Okay, so the CIA, CIA they had this program during the Cold War where to extract submarines from, like, they'll track the submarines in the ocean, and they deploy this spy crane, which is a boat and a crane. And then what they did, like, I watched the video, it's really neat, and then we can watch it as well if you guys are really interested. And so what they did is they would lower the crane, and then they will extract the submarine all the way up, right? They'll interrogate, do whatever their own stuff they need to do. So this crane was retired. I don't remember exactly when it was retired, and so they were able to take this crane out of the retirement and utilize the CIA spy crane in the Baltimore disaster recovery, the bridge collapse, right? So when the bridge collapsed, and this is actually from the CIA website, right? So the CIA.gov website. And they're like, imagine that you are standing on top of Empire State Building in New York City with 1-inch diameter steel rope that has 8-foot wide grappling hook attached to the end. You must lower the hook to the streets below, snag a small car that's filled with gold, and lift the car to the top of the building, all without anyone noticing. So, yeah, this is super cool because, like, the fact that they were able to, back in March 26 and 2024, they were able to utilize the spy crane. So this is the picture of it, and the way it works, because so the way it works right here. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Oh, too much. No, come on. All right. Yeah, so it has a really heavy bottom in here, and the way that it pulls up, it actually utilizes a lot of force. So they were able to extract some of the debris, like bridge debris, from the bottom with the spy crane. And I think this is the crane that's actually coming to DC as well to be able to utilize it, because this is the really first time that they start getting that out of the retirement and start using that equipment. And it's really really cool to see in the video. Let me see if I can find the video. But yeah, this is what the spy crane looks like. Smithsonian did a really good article about this. All right, so massive crane helping with Baltimore bridge cleanup was built to recover sunken Soviet submarine. But so this is the aerial picture of the Baltimore bridge collapse when there's a cargo ship. I believe they lost their power, and they were just like floating. They were not able to restore the power. I haven't like read the full report about this incident yet. We can cover it in a different live stream. But so going on, so this is the spy crane, and I'm really hoping they're gonna bring it out there so we can watch the footage of them retrieving retrieving the airplane and the helicopter from the water. And I believe they are going to use this crane. Let's see. There's a video. Okay. A video. Video. Woohoo! Okay, so spy collection highlights. K-29 Soviet submarine. How CIA stole Russian submarine. There you go. We can watch this one. We can watch this video. This is a Baltimore lady speaking about the spy crane.
I'm sorry. I don't know why. I got so eager.
You take it away.
Banner report.
Oh my
On the
god.
Chesapeake 1000, a crane being used in the Key Bridge salvage operation. So how is this crane involved with the CIA?
Yeah, so it's very interesting. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union actually lost a submarine. They couldn't find it, but the United States did. They didn't want to alert the Soviet Union that they found it. So the CIA just, created this secret mission that involved creating a ship to get that submarine. And they hired a contractor to.
Oh, that's really cool. So those are the two. Okay, so there are two spy cranes right here. I'm calling them spy cranes because they were created by CIA, and they actually called them spy cranes back in the day too. So
Create the crane that was going to help with the building of that ship. So that crane at the time was called the Sun 800, but it's now what we know as the Chesapeake 1000.
And so now how are they using it at the Key Bridge site?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, there's salvaging operations happening now, cleaning up that space, that area. And as these crew workers are cutting up truss or pieces of the bridge, they're going to need a crane to pull it out of the water. And that is where the Chesapeake 1000 comes in. It has its name because it refers to how much weight it can pull, and it can pull 1,000 tons.
Whoa. So what else has this crane been used for?
Yeah, so this crane was actually involved with an expansion of Rockefeller University, and that's in New York City.
oh, that's
It
cool.
was a tricky process because the construction of that expansion had to happen over a highway. And as you can imagine, the Chesapeake 1000 came in handy for that.
Wow. Well, thank you, Kristen, for joining us and for sharing these interesting tidbits. If you'd like to learn more about this story or others from the Baltimore Banner, head
Nice.
to thebaltimorebanner.com.
Nice. So yeah, the spy crane, and I wonder if they're actually gonna bring that to DC to retrieve the wreckage. Let's see. Yeah, it's the whole thing is so tragic of like everything that's happening, and the fact that a lot of people are just really making this political, and it should not be this political at all, because it's just a devastation. It's just a devastating time, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think they might bring that because the retrieval of the debris in Baltimore River was pretty successful, because they were using the radars to like find where the debris is located, and they like actually utilizing it to like lift really big heavy pieces up. And yeah, thanks. So like I had like really heavy pieces from the water, and it has up to, what is it, like she said, 1,000 tons, because the way it's designed, it uses the weight of the debris to leverage, to offset it, to leverage from the back, and it really uses the weight of the debris to lift the debris up. Let me see if I can find a video of it, how it operates. Spy crane, CIA spy crane footage. Yeah. Okay, I think. How CIA recruits agents? No, we don't need to be on their list. Come on, people. Okay. Spray crane lifts debris. Wow. Okay, well, let's just go back to. There you go. Let's just do the recovery. There's a Project Azorian. CIA recovery crane video. Let's see if we can find that. We'll find something nice, so that way we don't, and then we don't get. Oh, this is a live cleanup. Let's see what they have going on. Well, we can put it on a live cleanup right now, and then that way you can guys have something to watch while I'm looking this up. Oh my God! Yes, they are. Look, they're using a crane. Hell, nice. So they are using this crane. Look at that. That's awesome. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It was a combination of explosion plus immediate hypothermia in really cold waters. And I'm sure it just came as a surprise. Oh, thank you. Check this out. Nice. I wish it was like a little bit more lighter. But so this is the crane, the CIA spy crane that they used in Baltimore for a bridge cleanup. And while we're watching this, let me find the footage how that actually operates. Oh, great. Okay, let's see. That's so cool. Yeah, the weather is definitely not helping. Why wouldn't people... Maybe I should make a video about how that stupid crane works. Travel bug! Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. Right now we're just watching them utilize the crane to lift the debris up. And then if the crane is already out there, that means that the debris is gonna come out. They're gonna lift it up pretty soon. I'm not sure. I wouldn't think it's like extremely deep. It is a river. How it works. Yes, so um oh, this is a train. You can hear. Hold on, let me mute this really fast. Okay, so the what happened is the helicopter, the Black Hawk helicopter, and American Airlines plane, they collided when. So the helicopter, they were on mission, on the on their annual exercise mission, and the the airplane was descending into, to land into the airport, and they collided. So I don't think they were able to see each other the way they collided, because it's some of the videos is shows. Oh, let me find that video for you. So the one that it kind of shows where you can see the airplane was just kind of landed on top of the helicopter, and then there was an explosion, and 67 people have passed away. So yeah, let's do this. Let me find that. History. No. It says Coast Guard crane. Okay, so it's not the other one. Well, the Coast Guard might have just adopted that crane. It's a Coast Guard recovery crane. That's what it is. Okay, but still, we're kind of still looking. I still look for the CIA plane and how it works, because I think it's pretty cool. Let me find that. Great. I honestly, you know what? I'm thinking if my TubeBuddy, it's actually, because I have a TubeBuddy embedded into my YouTube. I wonder if that's causing the delays as well. Yeah, I'm wondering if that's what it is, because I don't need channel analytics right now. Stupid TubeBuddy. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Seriously? Yep, channel analytics. Okay. Restart your device. No, I'm not going to restart my device. Yeah, I'm going to be screaming at this TV right now. Stupid TubeBuddy. It's alright. It's alright, you guys. Well, let me see if I can find that. There's a video. So we're not gonna watch this guy's video, but I could not find it anywhere else. Like he was showing the angle that I haven't seen before, and then you actually able to see how it came from the top. This guy's channel is actually pretty cool. He's a 2-bit Da Vinci, and the way he breaks it down is pretty neat. Restarting your device. I think just because we went to a CIA website, now they put a tracker on my computer. Yeah, okay, so the video, there it is. All right, let me slow this video down. I'm gonna show this for you guys. And I think after this I'll keep monitoring to see if if there's like a footage of them like lifting it up, and I'm sure there's pictures in here. It's very suspicious. It's so suspicious. Okay, let me slow this down. Okay, so this one, if you watch, I have it muted because I don't know this guy's policies or anything. So I guess this one came from Washington Post, and you'll be able to see. I'll slow it down a little bit, so you'll be able to see where the plane is kind of heading. Like the plane will be right here, and the helicopter will be right here. So the helicopter has the same, same linear flight, and then plane is descending. You'll be able to see the collapse where he can actually kind of came from the top. And I think this is a pretty good representation of that accident, as in like try to understand what actually happened. So you can see, there it is. So you can see the plane from the left approaching. And then you can see the helicopter. So this is the plane right here. And then this is the helicopter. And then the reason I think this video is a little bit more clear because you can actually see the linear flight that they have, and then how the approach of the airplane. So, and oh my God, that's so sad. Yeah, let's watch this again. Yep, this is the guy. Okay, I don't wanna. There you go. So you can see the plane approaching again from right here. Where's my mouse? Right there it is. That's the plane coming from above. The helicopter has the linear path, and it looks like the plane. So the helicopter's right here, and it looks like the plane was just landed on top of the helicopter, and I believe the crew wasn't able to see that helicopter specifically. So this is what the Black Hawk looks like. Yeah, so I think this one was one of the good one, not good, it's obviously bad video, but one of the videos. Did they retrieve the debris yet? Let's get back in here. Oh no, it looks like they haven't been able to retrieve it yet. Just don't zoom in, zoom out so we can see more little boats going. I'm sneezing over here. All right, let's see. Nope. Alright, so it's pretty dark right now. Oh, look! I think are they dragging it out? I can't really tell. It's kind of blurry. Well, he did say they're going to concentrate on a helicopter retrieval today or tonight. Is that what it is? Is the helicopter? Let's see. Oh. That's so hard to see. I wish they released some photos. The whole retrieval operation is pretty amazing. And these guys are the divers. Poor divers. Those waters are so cold. Shaky cam. whoever's filming has a shaky cam. Alright, what's going on in here? So it looks like they did retrieve it. Yeah, but whoever was filming this did a pretty bad job at filming this. I'm sure there's gonna be some photos coming out. Yeah, it looks like they already retrieved it. All right. Anyways, we're coming on for an hour right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out here with me, and hopefully you were able to learn some new things and just keeping an eye on what's happening, because we are here to truly report on the facts, not speculations. We might put on a speculative glasses or hats on, but we'll see. Let's see, I think. But anyways, I will stay on top of this. As anything comes out, I'll be posting some videos and everything in Discord. I hope you guys like the new little camera setup right here. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. I do like the front facing one, this direction, but this one, it feels more like the desk news. You know, it's the desk news from. No, we're reporting the news for you. I don't know. I do like this camera angle, and let me know in the comments if you guys do or not. And front facing is nice, but everybody always uses a front facing camera. This one, at least, I'm having a table conversation with all of you here, and this is fantastic. Oh, nice. So we had about 200 views of this video between X and YouTube. I did stop streaming on Twitch, and I think that's another reason why it was lagging. If anything comes out, I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow as well, or maybe even later tonight if there are any new news come out. And thank you so much for sticking around here with me, and I hope you guys have the great rest of your Friday, and your friendly neighborhood emergency manager. Stay true to yourself, be yourself, and peace and stream. you.